Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Tamara Stash, a bit weird.
You still need to change your username?
I know.
Have you thought of anything?
No.
No. I think it should be like Dammy99 or something. Since you were born in 1999, you know. Okay. We'd like to welcome you to the podcast. Today is Wednesday, the 13th of January, 2016, and this is episode 175. 25 more episodes and we'll hit the big 200. Yeah. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. To all our returning viewers, and a big hi out to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show.
A shop? Sound like you said a shop.
A shop of what?
I don't know, instead of shot.
Shot. Thanks for giving us a shot. There's a song about that. Something.
I'm not throwing away my shot.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, we had people introduce themselves in the Ravelry group this week. Why don't you give them a shout out?
Jael, who is magically creative from Massachusetts, and Francine, who is Fralu from Ontario.
Welcome. We're so glad to have you guys. So, Dammy, if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
Join and introduce yourself in our instructions thread, because we will give you a shout out on our next episode, and you will be able to participate in our cows and giveaways.
That's right. Well, we have quite a lot to talk about today. We didn't think we had much to talk about last week, and I think it was one of our longest episodes ever. Sorry. Oops. So we'll do our best to keep it closer to an hour. That's what we aim for, but sometimes, you know, it just happens. So, well, with that, let's get started.
Now going to talk about what's on our needles.
So, Dammy, what's on your needles?
Two secret things you should tell them.
I was about to say, should I tell them? So, Dammy is my sample knitter for my designs, and I have the Coffee with Cece, a 7-pattern caffeine-inspired knitting collection book coming out in March. Pre-orders start 2 weeks from when this episode goes live. So stay tuned for more details on that. But Dammy is trying to get the samples done so we can get all the photo shoots done for the patterns. So which ones are you working on?
A super secret coffee shawl. It's on US 2.5, 3.3 millimeters, and the yarn is Rainbow Heirloom Lush Light in the Killer Flamingo, Apparition, and Blue Raspberry colorways.
They're so pretty, and I love how the shawl is coming out. I think y'all are gonna love it. My plan is for it to be the cover photo.
And so then I am working on Super Secret Coffee Socks 3. It's on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, and the yarn is the Uncommon Thread Tough Sock in the Nutcracker colorway.
You're almost done with that one.
So here's the bottom of the foot.
Yeah, I like how that's coming out on that. You're almost done.
Yeah.
That's great. And then you'll just focus on the shawl. Yeah. Okay, anything else on your needles?
No, so what's on your needles?
I have 3 things. First up is my zigzag blanket. I don't think I've said the name in a while. The name of my zigzag blanket is, when you think I'll zig, I'll zag. Then when you think I'm going to zag, I do zag, just to mess you up for the next time when I might zig blanket. Bonus points if you knew that was a Gilmore Girls reference. So this is my 10-stitch zigzag blanket by Frankie Brown. I'm doing it on US 4s, 3.5 mil needles. And so right now I am doing, so here's like all the colors. So right now I'm alternating this bright fun colorway, which is Batat hand-dyed yarns in the Hullabaloo colorway. It was a exclusive for the Golden Skein. And I'm having to alternate it with this gray right here, which is Worcestershire Spinner's signature 4-ply in the
Poppy seed
colorway, because I didn't have enough of this. So I am over halfway through this stripe. There's 20 zigzags per stripe. So yeah, I'm over halfway. I think I have 8 left of this stripe. But I was thinking about this yesterday, and I think I'm going to try to do a full 5 stripes, so 100 zigzags during winter camp. So I've been doing just one a day. So there's 91 days in winter camp. And when I do the 20th zigzag, I also go ahead and do the first zigzag of the next stripe just because of how you bind off and then cast on immediately. So that would be 4 extra zigzags. So that would get me to 95. So if I can just squeeze in 5 more zigzags, then I'll get a full 5 stripes, 100 zigzags done. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Next up is my puntilla sweater, which is a pattern by Joji Locatelli. I'm on US 3's 3.25 mil needles and US 5's 3.75 mil needles. And my yarn is Knitting in France Sparkles in a Something About CC colorway. And I just added the second skein last night. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. Yeah, there's some. And the other yarn I'm going to use is, I don't think you can see it. It's too far up. But it's Ripples Crafts hand-dyed yarn, Sullivan in the Pequeen colorway, which was also a Golden Skein exclusive. So, since last week, because I put in this marker, can you pull down on the bottom of that? So where that marker was, I finished knitting all of that of the back, and then I picked up stitches on the shoulders, and it's supposed to have a visible seam like that. So I did that on both sides, and then joined it there in the middle. Can you pull down on the front now? So I need to keep knitting, not so hard, because you're making the, yeah. I need to keep knitting until the front is the same length as the back. So I've made pretty good progress on that. And when it's the same length, then I start knitting in the round, which I know is going to make this go a lot faster. So I would like to have this done by the end of February. That's going to be my goal. So there's 5 skeins of the pink, and then it'll use about half of the skein of the gray-black. So, yeah. And then the last thing on my needles is my Faster Than Light socks. This is from my free CC's Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern on Ravelry. I'm on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and this is Third Vault Yarns Ship's Mechanic sock base in the Faster Than Light colorway. Was I done with this one last week? I can't remember. Neither one of us could remember. So this is the first sock. I love the pooling. It's so cool. And I just did the heel on the second sock. So, yeah. So I should be done with this by next week. I have a new... Ooh, I dropped a stitch. I have a new... my non-knitting job project that just came in. That I can knit vanilla. I can knit on my zooms round in circles when I'm doing that job. So I imagine I will have this. I'm trying to pick up this drop stitch. This pair of socks done by next week, and then Dammy already wound yarn for the next pair of socks. Right there. That one right there. It is Ginger's hand-dyed. I don't remember what base it is. But it's the Puffin colorway from the Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza that we hosted back in October. It was one of the 2 colorways for the retreat. So, that's everything that's on my needles. All right, let's talk about an FO.
And now we're going to talk about her finished project.
Yep, only one this week. My weekly preemie hat. This is preemie hat number 2 for 2016. This is from another free pattern that I have on Ravelry, the top-down preemie hat pattern. I did this on US 6's 4 mil needles, and the yarn is King Cole Merino Blend Aran in the purple colorway and King Cole Merino Blend DK in the silver colorway. And I can't remember if I talked about this last week. So I did, gosh, probably around 100 preemie hats from my pattern, but in the smallest size. So for 2016, I'm going to go up to the next size up. So this is bigger than what I have been doing, but that means it uses up more yarn. So I'm going through more of that bag of stash that I have. So, and I love the pom-pom. How fun is that? And that's it. That's the only thing I finished this week. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are Yummies, Mary?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So, Dammy, you got a parcel in the post this week.
Yes.
A very special parcel.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to introduce it in any way, or do you want to just go right into that video? I think we introduced it kind of in the video. So, we're going to cut right here and put in a video that we recorded on Thursday, and then we'll be back. Okay, Damaris, what are you doing?
I am opening a package.
Who is the parcel from?
Kate, librarian Kate.
And apparently the Hubs is also photographing this. Oh gosh. Say hello, the Hubs.
Hello, everyone.
This is going in the podcast. I will forewarn people that there will probably be some screaming in just a few moments probably.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
What is this?
It's Hamilton. It's Hamilton. It's like literal, actual Hamilton stuff. Oh my goodness.
You didn't scream.
I'm screaming on the inside. Oh, it's a card. I should have opened that first, but I didn't know it was there.
Just tear the envelope.
I don't want to. It's pretty. It's stuck.
We should sing you some holding music.
Okay. It says Merry Christmas.
Aw, what's it say on the front? Keep calm and what? Carry on, okay.
Les Mis. Oh my goodness. It's a souvenir book, and so it's got so many pictures. It's Ramin Karimloo. There he is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Keep going.
There's something jangling. Les Mis keychain. This is the Hamilton souvenir book. Oh my gosh. Oh my. It's oh my gosh.
Finish the sentence, please.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you.
So what would you like to tell Kate?
Thank you, Kate. Thank you very much.
Is there a song that you would like to sing her to let her know your feelings about this parcel?
I can't think of any right now. Thank you.
So now are you going to spend the rest of the evening going through both of those
Yes.
books?
Yes.
And you should wait and wear the t-shirt on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay, say goodbye to Kate and to all the people.
Goodbye.
You didn't scream. I expected like ear-piercing scream.
Yeah.
So do you want to show the stuff better?
Well, I'm wearing one of the things. I'm wearing the shirt.
So this is Hamilton, Jefferson, and Madison, and Washington, and Burr. And then on the back it has the Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
Hamilton, what's it? Hamilton, an American Musical?
Yes.
On the back. And then show us the other stuff.
There's the keychain.
What's it say on the back?
The musical phenomenon.
Oh, cool. I didn't realize there was... Oh, wow. That's heavy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that heavy.
And then the souvenir books. They're so beautiful.
I haven't looked through them yet. Do you have anything of your favorite that you want to show us?
Oh, yes. Skylar Sisters pages.
Oh, wow. That's stunning.
You can see the lace in their dresses.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, how pretty.
And there was another one, I think. Oh, the costume palettes.
Ooh, that's pretty. Show them. So we're not just. So I'm not just going. Whoa. That's so cool. Is that what's his name on the back? Lynn.
No,
Oh,
that's Burr.
oh, where's Lynn?
There.
Okay, but do we get to see an actual picture of Lynn?
Right there.
Can we see his face? Is there any pictures of him? There
Yeah.
he is. Show them Lynn.
Ugh,
So this is
that's my guy.
he's the one that wrote this and stars in this.
Uh-huh.
And he's awesome.
That's my guy.
Yep. And then you
And
got
then the lame is one.
Yes, that's fabulous. Anything special in there you want to show?
Um,
We apologize. Dammy's a smidge under the weather today. So, apologies for sniffles or sneezes. We'll try to edit those out. Ooh, that's lovely. Oh, wow. That's really cool.
ooh, the sewers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. So much detail.
Yes.
So much detail. I can't imagine what it must be like to be one of the people that has to like change out the stuff during the musical.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you get a very intense workout every
Day.
every day. I was trying to say every
Day.
no, but I'm trying
Scene.
to no, every it's not episode, every performance. Because sometimes they do more than one performance a day
Yes. It's usually on Tuesdays or
when they do matinees.
yeah, two show Tuesday. That's what they call them.
Okay. So is there anything else you would like to say about this loveliness?
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Kate. You're amazing. I have a little yummy. It's not big compared to yours, but I went to Ginger Twist Studio this week, and yes, it's new yarn on the shelf there. Yes, I bought it, but it's not for me. So it doesn't count in my not buying yarn until EYF. But I will tell you and show you those yarns after a while. But while I was in there, I had a lovely visit with Louise from Knit British, who was watching the shop for Jess. And Jess had posted an Instagram picture of these, I want to say back in December. And there was one I really liked, and I was like, well, if it's in there next time I go in, then I'll get it. So this was made by Garvald Jewelry Workshop, which is located here in Edinburgh. And it's an organization that works with people with, I'm trying to remember, it was some type of disability, but I can't remember the specific. But they have like all kinds of things that they do, and one of them is a jewelry workshop, and then they sell the stuff they make. So this is a tabby cat brooch on a piece of wood. How cool is that? And it's pink and orange, of course, too. But so I picked this up, and this was the only cat one they had. They had an owl. There was I'm trying to remember what else. There was like 4 or 5 of them. But I found the contact information for them and contacted them because they're going to make you one. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure how long it'll take, but she's supposed to email me when they have it done for you. So I really, really love my kitty brooch. I think it's going to have to go on this side because I already have a kitty on this side. So that's the only stuff we have on Yummies other than our normal stuff, unless you have something else that I have forgotten about. No, it's just been busy with the book craziness. Yeah. Okay, well then let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. Do you want to tell us about that?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge, and we have a list of prompts for each month, so you take a look at the prompt for that day and post a picture related to it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. This month's theme is kind of the New Year type stuff, but then also some normal knitting stuff. But I realized a while ago, we're almost to February, which is our alphabet month. I love that. I think that's my favorite month for what we do. So we'll have that list up ready for you before the last podcast of the month. So what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
So here come the photos. So those were our favorite photos for this week. It's never too late to participate. Just look at the prompt, take a photo related to it, post it on Instagram, and make sure you use the hashtag GGKCraftyPad, and yours might get chosen. Okay, Mary, you want to talk about the upcoming event we'll be attending?
We'll be attending Edinburgh Yarn Festival here in Edinburgh on the 18th and 19th of March.
And I'll be vending again with Sam from Knit Run Dig, and I'll have my brand new book in the booth.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's happening outside.
It's a truck.
Oh, it sounds like a plane's about to land on us. But also what I wanted to say about Edinburgh Yarn Festival is I'm actually putting an image on the screen right now because the podcast lounge was announced. So we will be again having a podcast lounge at Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and this year it's sponsored by Blacker Yarns. And we will be participating as much as we can with having a booth. It makes it hard. But we will have a special edition of hashtag GGKCraftyPad again this year for EYF. So stay tuned while I was actually just emailing with Louise a while ago. We will get those details out to you closer to EYF. And I think that's everything. We are, this is like secret knowledge. It's not even in the show notes. We are looking at doing another Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza retreat. If things work out, it will be down near London this time. So we are working on those details. We hope to have something to announce by EYF. So, shh, it's a secret. We can trust y'all though, right? All right, well with that, I think that's all our yummies. So let's move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we're reading and watching, because we're not really listening to anything right now.
But yeah, because you said there was not a new episode of any new episodes of Night Vale this month, and you finished your Night Vale books. So since you finished that, what are you reading now?
I'm reading Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte.
Yay! So we can watch the movie, which is the oldest thing on our to-watch list that we have not watched yet. Are you enjoying it? How far in are you?
I'm not very far. I'm a few chapters in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for school, you told me you were reading Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
Any specific play or just lots of different?
We're doing one play at a time.
Okay, so which one are you doing right now?
Midsummer Night's Dream. I've read it before.
Yeah, and we watched the movie of it, didn't we?
No, we watched Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh, okay. That's the one that, what's his name did?
Joss Whedon.
Yeah. Sorry, I got them confused. All right, are you reading anything else?
Nope.
All right, well, I am reading The Liturgical Year, The Spiraling Adventure of the Spiritual Life by Joan Chittister, and I am 55% done with it. So I am on track to have it finished by the end of January. Fiction-wise, I finished reading the Chosen series by Denise Grover Swank. So I finished Hunted, Middle Ground, Sacrifice, and Redemption. There's an extra "and" in there. I will make it a different color so I remember to change it when I finish up the show notes. There we go. So I finished that and I enjoyed that series. And then I started the Glamorist History series by Mary Robinette Kowal. I'm not sure who recommended this to me. It's been on my wish list on Amazon for a while. I want to say it might have been Rebecca from Fiber and Dice podcast, Engineer Salkin. But they went on sale to where they were almost half price of what they had been. So I picked up the first one, which was Shades of Milk and Honey, and read it and enjoyed it. So I picked up the other 3 that were on sale. So I just started last night reading Glamour in Glass. So this series is a combination of what it would look like if Jane Austen had written fantasy. So there's magic to create glamours is what it is. And I really enjoyed the first one. And I think you would enjoy them too if you get a chance to read them at some point. So So yeah, I'm reading that, and that's everything I'm reading. So let's talk about movies and TV. Do you want to start with the movies?
We watched some musicals. Little Shop of Horrors.
Little shop, horrors, little shop.
Yes.
What did you think of this ridiculous musical?
It was interesting.
Yeah. The Hubs came in and he was like, "What are y'all watching?" It was on our list of musicals that you needed to see. Okay, we watched another musical.
New York, New York.
What did you think of that one?
That one was interesting too.
Like, interesting good or interesting bad?
I don't know.
It's got some good songs in it.
Yeah.
And then do you want to talk about the last one we watched, and then I'll talk about the other movie?
Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
With,
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
And Jane Russell.
Yeah. What do you think of that one?
Yay.
Yeah, that was good. And then the Hubs and I watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is not children safe. Yeah. It was an interesting storyline. I haven't read the book, which is shocking because I usually read the book before I see a movie. But, yeah. So, those are the movies we watched this week because lots of our TV shows are coming back, other than they weren't on last night. Do you want to start with the first TV stuff?
We are rewatching season 4 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine and season 2 of Star Trek Voyager.
What's her name is back on Voyager? The bad lady that's working with the...
Seska.
Yeah, Seska's back. She's bad. Really bad. And Worf. Worf. We love Worf. I'm trying to think of anything else on Star Trek this week. I am watching season 11 of Supernatural. I'm trying to make it last because I'm about to be caught up. So, yeah, the darkness. The darkness is very evil. Darkness. The Hubs and I finished watching season 2 and we're watching season 3 of Grimm. So, Juliet got her memory back. So she knows who Nick is now. And they've told her everything and she's seen them, the Vesson, change into their other selves. And she was a little freaked at first, but it's going well. So, no worries. Except for the bad people. Yeah. Because, yeah, I forgot. Oh, Nick turned into like a zombie.
Oh.
Because this blowfish Vesson, like, spit poison in his face. To make it look like he was dead. It was like the Lazarus effect. But he wasn't really dead. But now he keeps getting really cold, like he's dead. And his heart rate is really low, even when he was, like, running really, really, really fast on a treadmill. They were testing him. We're watching season 1 of The Expanse. We're watching season 13 of NCIS. So I talked about last week that Michael Weatherly is going to be leaving at the end of the season. And my fingers are really, really crossed because in last week's episode he broke up with his current girlfriend. So I'm hoping they're doing that to make it where he is going to go be with Ziva. Fingers crossed. But once he leaves, that only leaves 3 people from who are the original cast. It's Gibbs and Abby and Ducky will be the 3 last original characters. You want to say anything about NCIS? Okay. The Hubs and I are watching season 2 of NCIS New Orleans. We're also watching season 9 of The Big Bang Theory. I don't remember anything specific I wanted to say about those. We're also watching Heroes Reborn. The time travel. There's lots of time travel in that. You and I are watching season 3 of The Blacklist.
Yes.
Oh, craziness. Craziness. You want to say anything about the craziness? Craziness. You talk about the next one.
We're watching season 4 of Elementary.
Walter Bishop.
Yes.
Walter Bishop, I love him. We need to rewatch Fringe. Okay. Anything you want to say about Sherlock?
No.
No? He, like, papered his whole flat with case files.
It's color coordinated.
I know. That just spoke...
I appreciate that aesthetic.
Yeah, that just spoke to my inner uber organized
Organized.
self. I think Organisised is going to have to be the...
Organisised.
That's going to have to be the name of the thing. You want to talk about the next one while I write this down?
I didn't get to see the next one because you scrolled.
Gallivant.
Oh. We're watching season 2 of Galavant. Yeah.
I don't know how to spell it. Organisised or something. But it'll make me think of it. Yeah, Gallivant. Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then the Hubs and I watched the Christmas special of Murdoch Mysteries. We didn't realize there was a Christmas special on, so we started to try to watch the new episode last night. And we were like, this is a really long episode because it was like a 2-hour special or something. We didn't realize it. And then I had to hunt to find the new episode, so we'll have to watch that tonight because we did not have time after we watched a 2-hour special. But it was pretty good. I want to live somewhere where you can ride in a sleigh. That would be really fun. And I'm trying to think what else. Murdoch gave Dr. Ogden a rib spreader for Christmas because her old one was getting rusted.
What?
A rib spreader, like for when she does autopsies.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he got her for Christmas, and she was very excited.
How beautiful.
Yes. Well, I guess it spoke to her, so I guess it was a good choice. So, and that's all the TV for this week. Next week, no, we won't be talking about it next week. We won't talk about it till the next week. What is it?
Agent Carter.
Yeah, it's back a week from yesterday, which means we'll watch it a week from today. When we record.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! And there's lots of other stuff coming back too, and a few new things. There's another new sci-fi that we were going to try, but I don't know that it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. I think it might have been USA. But anyway, it's on my list. So, all right. Well, that's everything for TV and reading. So we probably should move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our December, January, February, Winter Wonderland Cal and Charity Cal.
That's right. So this started on the 1st of December and runs through the 29th of February. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin you can convince us is related to winter. Take it, Dammy.
You can do that by the colorway name, the purpose, or pattern name, or if you can't think of anything, you made it in the winter.
That's right. So, no whips are allowed. You have to start at December 1st or later and finish it by the 29th of February. You can double dip in other cals, as long as it fits the rules. So, for every project you finish, you get to enter it into the FO thread. However, the exception to that is if you knit, crochet, weave, I don't know that you'd spin anything, for charity, that you're going to donate to charity, you're going to get to enter it twice. And there are instructions in the FO thread in the second post of how you need to do that. Make sure you post it twice so that you can get your extra entry. Dammy's trying to catch any of those that missed it so that they can go back in and do it. And you can donate to any charity you would like. If you don't have some place to donate to, feel free to send it to us and we will send a bulk donation to an organization here in the UK called Knit for Peace. We have prizes and they are on the screen right now. Lots of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 prizes. So thank you so much to our sponsors. We really, really appreciate your support. If you'd like to know all the details about the prizes, tune into the first episode of the month of the podcast where we talk about them in detail, and or go to the show notes.
GeekyGirlsKnit.com,
where you can read all about the prizes and see pictures of them. You have to be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. Hashtag is GGKWWK. And we'll lock the thread the morning of the 1st of March and draw for the prizes on the next podcast. And you'll have 30 days to claim your prize. And there is a chatter thread. And I think that's everything. So, Dammy, why don't you tell us who finished projects this week?
To Nandy, AZ Knitwit ×2, Baby Boxer Mom ×3, Bead Weasel, Blue Flame 0 ×2, C Howard 06, DG White times 3, DP Temple, Eleanor Gamgee times 3, Falling Star 12 times 4, Girl in Knots 2, Girl in Knots times 2, Hazy Summers times 3, Jamin to Knit, Kana Soup times 2, Kelly Cron, Knitster Monica, Knitter Joe, Little Angel
You
SG.
missed the number after her name.
Knitter Joe 2, Little Angel SG2 times 2, El McCall, Mama Bug 89 times 6, Mantha Mac times 3, Master Box P248 times 5, Mimi Teacher times 3, Muzzer Z times 7, Mystery Sower, Piper's Mom times 3, POKDEJ, Rainbow Ange times 3, Rue CMC, Rue Z times 2, The VFB times 8, Twisting Pearls times 2, and Yarny Mom times 2.
Yay! Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects. You've got about a month and a half left to get them done. And yeah, let's talk about the other cow we have going on.
And now we're going to talk about our 52 weeks of charity cow.
Yes. So we're not going to talk about this every week, but since it's still brand new, we are going to talk about it again and run through the details in case you're new or in case you missed it in the last episode. So this is a cow that has come out of my 52 weeks of preemie hat knitting that I did last year. And the year prior, I think I did I didn't start at the beginning of the year, but I think I did around 40 of them the year before that. So this is a cow that runs from the 1st of January of this year and runs through the 31st of December. It's for any project that you knit, crochet, or weave that you're going to donate to charity. To be eligible for prizes, you must complete 52 items over the course of 2016. However, you do not have to complete one item a week. For example, when I did Nanny Swimmo last November, I didn't knit preemie hats for 3 or 4 weeks, but when I finished my sweater, I did as many preemie hats as I needed to catch back up. That's totally fine. If you're going to go on holiday, if you're going to be on vacation, whatever, it's fine. As long as you complete 52 total projects over the course of the year, you're good. No whips are allowed. You have to make it in 2016. And feel free to double dip in other cows, including our December, January, February Winter Wonderland cow and charity cow. So you can post those there. So what you need to do, you're going to only have one post in the FO thread. And then you're going to edit it every time that you have a new project. So if you look in the FO thread in the second post, there's an example of how you need to do this. And then at the very top of your post, it's going to say something like total FOs to date. So I have 2 right now because I have the preemie hat I did last week and then the preemie hat for this week. And so you just need to go back in every time and add the new project. So you might want to bookmark that, put your post, or favorite it so that it's easy to come back to. You can you can donate your FOs to any charity you would like. A group in your area, a national charity, or if you want to send them to us, we'll make a bulk donation to Knit for Peace. You have to be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. The hashtag is GGK52WOCCal16. And then I'll lock the thread the morning of January 1st, 2017 and draw prizes, winners. You'll have 30 days to claim your prize. There is a chatter thread. You don't have to knit the same 52 items. So I'm knitting 52 preemie hats because that's what I'm doing. But you could knit 10 preemie hats, 10 chemo caps, some Afghans, sweaters, scarves. You can do any combination of stuff. Anything that you can donate to charity. There was a question this week about blanket squares because there are some organizations where you make the really large squares and send them in and then they sew them together to make Afghans. That's totally fine. If you have any questions, just post it in the chatter thread or send me a PM Java Pearl on Ravelry. Now prizes. Do you see what I have right here? This is the first prize for the cow. This is a skein of West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the Holly Berry colorway. So I knit this for one pair of my Christmas socks. So it stripes into beautiful yumminess. So I picked this up at Ginger Twist Studio last week. So this past week. So this is the first prize. And for every 7 people who complete 52 items in 2016, I will add another skein of West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. So I hope to have several different kinds and colorways so that, yeah, lots of people hopefully can win. Also, Mary, who is Jammin' to Knit on Ravelry, she donated 3 single patterns from her Ravelry pattern store. So if you would like to donate something, just contact us. Info's in the show notes. Yeah, so 52 weeks of charity. We'll probably mention this. Maybe we'll talk about it in detail like on the second podcast of the month, since we do all the prize stuff for the seasonal cow on the first podcast of the month. So I'll probably put it in miscellaneous just to kind of remind people that it's going on, but we'll plan to talk about it in detail on the second podcast of every month. Does that work for y'all? All right, so work on those charity items so that you might be the winner of this loveliness. It's so squishy. I love their stuff. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we answer them.
Yes, so what is this week's question, Mary?
This week's question comes from Mandy, who is Nerdosaurus from Florida. Were y'all football fans when you lived in the U.S.? Being from Texas, you couldn't have gone far without mention of them Cowboys. If you did, do you get to watch any now that you're across the pond? I would miss it. I go through withdrawals in the summer around June.
So yes, we were I guess we technically still are Dallas Cowboy fans. I was actually born in Grand Prairie, Texas, which is where the original Cowboy Stadium was. They've built the new one, and I don't know if it's still in Grand Prairie or not. But Dallas and Fort Worth and all that have kind of merged into one, like, massive city. And my dad is a very big Dallas Cowboys fan, and so from birth, that's how I was raised. I could not find the picture. We have a picture somewhere of you in a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader outfit when you were little. I want to say baby, like, or toddler. So, yeah, that was a gift from your G-Paw. I never was really a football fan except for Dallas Cowboys. I would watch Dallas Cowboys games, but I was not really a football fan other than that. The Hubs, on the other hand, is a football fan. American football, I should preface to say. But he prefers college football. He's a fan of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He's got stuff in his room now. And he also likes, well, you can kind of see this one over my shoulder, the Colorado Buffs. And this is something I bought for him a few years ago. It's a print that is the shape of Colorado with lots of different teams and cities, but in yellow, because that's one of their colors, is Buffs. And then I also got one for him from Nebraska for the Huskers. I think the only football we have seen since we've been here is some that the last 2 Thanksgivings when we've been together with friends, they've like downloaded some and it's been on in the background. But the Hubs tends to keep up with the scores on his phone. I think he has an app for that for the college stuff. But yeah, I'm just kind of I don't really miss it. I was never really a sports fan type person, so it was only Dallas Cowboys, and then that's kind of just faded over the years. So there you go. It's in our blood, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that I have anything else to say about that. Do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah.
No. So thank you, Mandy, for the question. I don't know that was very interesting for you to listen to, but it was an interesting question. So if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
That's right, and we'll answer it. There was lots of comments on the bullet journal that I showed last week that was part of the last week's Ask the Geeky Girls question. So lots of people are starting bullet journals, which is awesome. You bullet journal even.
Yeah.
Not as much detail as I do mine, but yeah. That's something fairly recent too in the last few months. So, yay, bullet journals. All right, well, let's move on to the next segment. And that's it. I think it's probably a shorter show this week.
Yeah.
Partly because you feel under the weather, so. So, we don't have any specific announcements other than normal stuff. We'd like to say a huge thanks. We love you guys, to our Patreon supporters. This is a website where you can pledge money to support the podcast on a monthly basis. And there are rewards if you do that, including someone won this skein of Worcestershire Spinner's Signature 4-ply in the Goldfinch colorway, which is one of the new Country Birds colorways. So there's drawings for yarn like this. There's drawings for patterns. There is Scotland postcards sent to you with coupon codes on them or a coupon code on them for a discount on one of my patterns in my Ravelry store. There is monthly VKNs, which the first one of those is happening tomorrow. So we're pretty excited about that. There's all kinds of things. So we would like to say thank you so much to those of you who can do that. If you can't, please don't worry. It's not a problem. The podcast will not be changing. This is just a way to support us, to help us get some stuff to better the podcast, including lighting and a better camera and technology for the future, in case wherever you're going to university is not close enough for us to get together on a weekly basis to record. So we're just trying to look ahead to some of those things. So if you are interested in learning more about that or sponsoring us, go to patreon.com/geekygirlsnet. The link for that's in the show notes. If you'd like to make just like a one-time donation to the podcast, there is a PayPal donate button on the website, which is
geekygirlsnet.com.
Yes. Another way to help support the podcast is through Amazon. If you are shopping on Amazon.com or .co.uk, if you click through the link on our website first and then make your purchases, Amazon gives us a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra. We don't know who is buying what things. We see a list of what's purchased, but not who is buying anything. So that's another way to help support us while you're purchasing stuff on Amazon. I think that is it. So why don't you tell everybody where to find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsnet.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. So with that, we'll tell you goodbye. We hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Hopefully Dammy will be feeling better for next week's episode. And happy knitting. Talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Little shop of horrors, little shop of terror, call a cop. Little shop of horrors, no, oh, oh, oh.
Feed me.
Feed me, feed me.